The mobile gaming market is bigger than the PC and console gaming market combined, yet most people think they suck. There's constant ads, microtransactions are being shoved in your face, and the gameplay is boring. The mobile game golden age of the late 2000s, early 2010s seemed to be over. So how is the market so big when the games are so bad? What makes the games so bad? But also, they don't have to be bad. Some are even great. As a game developer who used to work at a mobile game company, I'll be covering why current mobile games suck, hidden gem mobile games, and the future of this controversial gaming platform. Most mobile games are free to play, which is one of the biggest factors to why they feel so predatory. Game developers need to make money. With the current mental model of mobile games, a majority of mobile customers don't want to pay for a premium game. Thus, developers rely on ads and microtransactions to sustain themselves. Because mobile games are so accessible, most people have a smartphone, the app usually costs nothing, there isn't a lot of motivation to keep playing. So these studios will do anything to suck you in, like having daily quests for in-game rewards, which incentivizes players to return every day, rewarding you for inviting friends to play, having bright colors and exciting sound effects, and affirming players when they complete a level. Many mobile games use the strategy simple to play, difficult to master, to suck players in at the beginning and then keep them coming back. In the app episode, you have passes, which lets you read episodes of interactive stories. Episodes end on cliffhangers. Once you run out of passes, you now have to wait several grueling hours for them to regenerate. If you have to know what's next, you can spend real money on buying passes. No more waiting. As a game developer, I'm going to say something controversial. I actually don't think microtransactions are inherently bad. Game studios need money to pay their developers, and microtransactions can be a way to aid in that. But with certain games, they use manipulative tactics to encourage microtransactions. Going back to episode, in 2015, they released Demi Lovato Path to Fame, a story where you join Demi Lovato on tour and become the next superstar. It's like a visual novel, where you can choose certain dialogue or action options. Besides passes, episode has another form of currency, gems, which allow you to unlock a special moment or scene. In Path to Fame, you can unlock exclusive scenes with Demi Lovato, like flying with them in a private jet, a nice apartment and car, outfits picked by them, and juicy scenes with your love interest. If you don't pick the option with gems, Demi's character will express disappointment. Episode is mainly played by an underage audience. Having popularity and approval from their favorite artist locked behind a paywall doesn't really feel good. I remember playing this game in high school and feeling bad about myself because I didn't unlock the option Demi Lovato wanted me to. But it succeeded. Demi Lovato Path to Fame generated $13 million with 20 million unique viewers. I have a lot of friends who enjoy gacha games, in which players have to spend in-game currency to receive a random in-game item. A lot of times, they have really attractive characters you can unlock. Just look at Genshin Impact's character designs. But let's be real, these games are essentially gambling. Gacha games are also frequently marketed towards an underage audience, as Genshin Impact has a teen rating. Kids are more vulnerable to the monetization tactics of mobile games because they don't necessarily understand the value of money. They just want the cool new character. Genshin Impact isn't a bad game. Many regard it as a great game, but it is predatory in how it promotes gambling to its younger audience. TikTok user Graterade, Grace, posted a TikTok video crying for help after her 11-year-old sister had negative 118,000 Primo Gems in her Genshin Impact account. A while ago, her little sister charged $450 to her parents' bank account. Grace asked her sister about these charges, and her sister said she never bought anything. So Grace disputed the charges, thinking Genshin Impact made a mistake. Later, her little sister got a message saying she had negative 118,000 Primo Gems, and she had to correct this or else she would lose access to her account. Grace initially made the video pleading for the developers at HoYoverse to help, thinking her little sister's account was hacked. In the follow-up video, Grace realized her sister was responsible for all of this. She bought the Primo Gems herself, and a negative 118,000 Primo Gems equated to roughly $1,500. This is an 11-year-old spending that much money on gambling, doing so without her parents' permission and lying when confronted about it. I can only imagine this whole situation was a nightmare for the parents to deal with. But there is hope. There are some fantastic mobile games out there. One of my favorite games of all time, Florence, is a mobile-first title. Florence is a game about a young woman feeling stuck in her life until she meets Krish, a cello player who changes everything about how she sees the world and herself. This game has simple yet brilliant design. At the beginning of the game, Florence is working a finance job and has to match numbers of the same value. The work is tedious, but when she meets Krish and falls in love, the numbers match themselves. Now that she's happy, work comes naturally to her. Besides the hard work of the game developers, a big reason why this game is fantastic is that it's premium. You have to pay money to play this game. It doesn't need microtransactions or ads to sustain itself. Let's take a look at another fantastic mobile game, Monument Valley, an indie puzzle game about manipulating architecture through a stunning, beautiful world. This game has gorgeous visuals and soundtrack, really satisfying levels, and it's a premium game. Which brings me to my final message. Game developers need money, and mobile is an exciting platform because of how accessible it is. But because the majority of the money in this market is in free-to-play games, game developers literally need microtransactions and ads to sustain themselves. I don't always agree with how these microtransactions are used, and the excess of ads can make mobile games exhausting to play. But I also see a lot of potential with mobile games. It can be used to introduce gaming to a whole new market, and I think Netflix recognizes that as it's ported many fantastic indie games like Spiritfarer and Before Your Eyes to mobile. I think the limitations of mobile gaming can lead to innovative mechanics. So let's hope for a brighter future with mobile games. One day, I might even make one. Interested in making mobile games yourself? A good place to start is learning how to code, and Brilliant is a fun and easy way to learn math, data science, and computer science interactively. With thousands of lessons from basic to advanced topics and new lessons added every month, you are sure to find a lesson that interests you. Plus, you can solve at your own pace, which is perfect for those with a busy schedule. For those new to programming, I'd recommend the Thinking in Code course, which has you designing simple programs to solve real-world problems right away, like maps, app navigation, and automatically responding to work messages. You can get started for free for 30 days, and the first 200 of you to sign up get 20% off an annual plan. If you want in-depth videos on game design and game dev, I have a Patreon where I offer exclusive videos, game dev resources, and one-on-one consulting. As someone who just lost my job, I would really appreciate support there to continue making these videos. Subscribe if you enjoy these video essays. You can follow me on my other socials. I will see you in the next one.